The Ascendant Flame, 9 Signs of a Rising Soul, Carl Jung. In the twilight village of Emberhollow, where the last light of day lingered on cobblestone paths and the air carried the scent of burning lanterns, lived Kaelith, a 36-year-old lantern keeper whose gentle glow guided travelers through the dusk. Her tower, Lightspire, was a beacon of warm glass and flickering flames, its walls lined with worn journals and cracked lanterns, each a relic of her quiet duty. Kaelith's hands tended the wicks with care, her eyes reflecting the flame's dance, yet beneath her role lay a soul dimmed, burdened since childhood by a stern guardian who extinguished her dreams and a mother lost to silence. She believed her purpose was in service, her shadow, a buried longing for self, smoldering unseen, a flame she couldn't ignite. Her days were a rhythm of tending. Kaelith rose with the fading sun, her hands lighting lanterns for Emberhollow's paths and homes, her work valued but unfulfilling. She climbed the tower, adjusting flames, her steps driven by obligation, yet each descent brought a flicker of unrest. The village square, alive with the soft hum of evening and lantern light, felt distant, her shadow whispering, "Your light is not yours." Kaelith dreamed of an ascendant flame, her soul's rise, but felt it trapped, her inner fire muted, her spirit yearning for a glow she couldn't kindle. One misty evening, as fog draped the village, a cloaked wanderer entered Lightspire, his staff tipped with a glowing ember. He studied a lantern, then left a cracked journal etched with runes, its pages warm to the touch. Inside, a note read, "Your soul rises within, Jung." Kaelith, who had once found Jung's writings in a traveler's pack, felt a spark of recognition. She opened the journal, its words revealing Jung's teachings on individuation, the shadow, and the 9 signs of a soul's ascent. The journal became her guide. That night, Kaelith dreamed of a tower split by shadow and light, one side radiant with a rising flame, figures, warmth, a serene face, the other dark, strewn with broken wicks and a shadowy figure with her own dim eyes. "You've dimmed me," it sighed, its voice a flicker. She woke, heart stirring, and read Jung's words, "The soul rises through its signs, embrace them." Her shadow, she realized, was her suppressed self, buried under duty, a barrier to her ascent. The journal outlined 9 signs to guide her: increased inner dialogue, shadow embrace, vivid dreams, heightened intuition, ego release, synchronicities, deepened bonds, creative surge, and inner peace. The one thing to raise her soul was to integrate these signs, a journey she now dared to begin. Kaelith began with wonder. First, she noticed an increased inner dialogue, a voice within debating her role, urging self-discovery. She journaled, her thoughts deepening, a faint light stirring as she faced her past. Jung's individuation promised wholeness. Emberhollow's villagers, sensing her shift, offered quiet nods, a fragile connection forming. Second, she embraced her shadow, confronting fears of failure in a dim lantern room, her chest warming as she accepted her buried dreams. Third, vivid dreams came, visions of a guiding flame and a wise elder, prompting her to light a new lantern, her focus sharpening. Fourth, her heightened intuition grew, her anima guiding her to mend a cracked lens with ease, fate flickering. Fifth, she felt an ego release, letting go of her guardian's praise, her heart easing as duty faded. Sixth, synchronicities multiplied, a traveler arrived needing her exact light, aligning her path. Seventh, deepened relationships formed, her bonds with a baker, Mara, growing authentic. Eighth, a creative surge hit, crafting a lantern design, her hands steady. Ninth, inner peace amid chaos settled as a storm raged, her tower calm. She shared this rise, hosting a lantern circle, their glow a mirror of her growth. Her dreams evolved. In the tower, the flame soared, the figure merging with her, holding a radiant wick. "You are your soul's rise," it said. Kaelith woke, embracing her anima's intuition and animus's resolve, channeling the keeper archetype and the lightbringer, her soul ascending. Lightspire buzzed, lanterns lit, circles filled, meals shared. A reserved potter, Torin, joined, his clay forms a balm, his respect a sign of her rising. Shadows lingered. One stormy night, Kaelith dreamed of the tower crumbling, the figure extinguished, a voice roaring, "Your soul will fall." She woke, doubting, clutching the journal. She sought Kael, an elder versed in Jung, who said, "Integration spirals, face the signs again." In meditation, she asked, "What do you need?" "Faith," it replied, the tower stabilizing as she trusted her rise. Her resolve grew, expanding circles, teaching Emberhollow to rise. Emberhollow transformed. Kaelith adorned Lightspire with radiant lanterns, symbols of her journey, her tower a hub of soul. Her movement grew, with Torin and others thriving by embracing their signs, shifting from duty to ascent. One dawn, a traveler, her cloak tattered, entered seeking light, her eyes dim. Kaelith welcomed her, saying, "Your soul begins here," guiding with the journal, feeling Jung's truth. The one thing for a rising soul is integrating its signs, a lesson to guide all. The cracked journal remained on her shelf, its warmth steady, its pages worn but radiant, a beacon for seekers. As months passed, Kaelith and Torin's bond deepened, their evenings by the fire blending light and clay, his forms complementing her lanterns. Torin revealed his own journey of suppressed craft, drawn by a dream of a glowing wick, synchronicity at play. Together, they transformed Lightspire into a soul school, its walls a gallery of their ascended spirits, attracting those seeking rise. The village flourished. Kael initiated a youth lantern program, teaching the next generation to heed their signs, his lessons filling Emberhollow with glow. Torin crafted clay lamps, their warmth a symbol of unity, funding community fires. Kaelith noticed a shift, twilight brightened, paths glowed, as if Emberhollow mirrored her ascent. One summer, as fireflies danced like flames, a caravan arrived, led by a man named Soren, his face etched with a dimmed soul. He spoke of a dream shadow, leaving him lost. Kaelith invited him into Lightspire, sharing the journal's wisdom, guiding him to tend lanterns. Over weeks, Soren's hands, once idle, lit with purpose, his eyes brightening as he met a kind glassblower, Mara, their bond a testament to his growth. Emberhollow celebrated with a festival of flames, lanterns hung alongside lamps, a celebration of risen souls. Children danced, their joy weaving through the air, while elders shared tales of ascent, each story a thread in the village's renewal. Kaelith and Torin led a ceremony, lighting a central flame symbolizing the ascendant soul, its light casting shadows in harmony. Years passed, and Lightspire evolved into a sanctuary of rise, its walls adorned with glowing lanterns, a testament to Kaelith's journey. She and Torin, now partners, trained a council of keepers, spreading the lesson of soul signs. Soren and Mara, now community leaders, opened a glass lantern studio, their craft sustaining Emberhollow's growth. One winter's night, as snow dusted the paths, a young woman stumbled in, her cloak heavy with frost, her spirit silent from aimlessness. She carried a journal, its cover cracked, seeking Kaelith's wisdom. Named Selene, she spoke of a dream flame, her hands unused to light. Kaelith recognized the echo, guiding her through the journal's signs, watching her eyes brighten, dreams of a wick, lanterns of purpose, dimness to glow, meeting a gentle potter. Selene's revival sparked a cycle, reinvigorating the youth program. As Emberhollow's transformation deepened, a blackout struck, extinguishing lanterns and testing spirits. The village turned to Kaelith, but her shadow resurfaced, fear of her light failing. She meditated, facing the crumble again, its figure offering a snuffed wick. "Relight me with hope," it said. Kaelith rallied the community, crafting oil with Torin's clay and Soren's glass, her faith restoring her flame. The blackout lifted, leaving Emberhollow resilient, its people united by her courage. Word of Emberhollow's rise spread beyond the village. Travelers from plains, seas, cities, keepers, artists, seekers, arrived, drawn by dreams of a glowing journal. Kaelith expanded Lightspire into a regional hub, hosting forums with diverse flames. A plains herder, Idris, shared his shadow of isolation, finding light in tending. A sea navigator, Zara, rediscovered stars, her guidance echoing Kaelith's path. A city dreamer, Ravi, illuminated with vision, his presence bridging new lands. Together, they formed a council of souls, each mentoring others, their lights weaving a constellation of ascent. The movement grew global. Caravans carried Kaelith's journal to places like Threadfall and Silent Reach, sparking soul circles worldwide. X-posts trended #Ascendant Flame, with users sharing their rising signs, courage, peace, creativity, fueling a 2025 mental health wave. Emberhollow became a pilgrimage site, its central flame a global symbol. Kaelith and Torin traveled, guiding remote communities, their bond a light for others. Soren and Mara's studio trained artisans for outreach, while Selene led youth to kindle uncharted souls. Decades later, as global light dimmed, conflicts, despair, Emberhollow's legacy endured. Kaelith, now elderly, faced a final shadow, fear of her flame fading. In meditation, the figure merged fully, saying, "Your soul is eternal." She passed the cracked journal to a global council, its glow shining for all. Lightspire, a sprawling academy, hummed with keepers from every land, their lanterns a mosaic of humanity's rises. Kaelith and Torin, frail but radiant, watched from the tower, the twilight a symphony of light, feeling Jung's truth, the one thing for a rising soul is integrating its signs, a tale to guide the world. The end.